Hey, what's going on, everybody? So, tomorrow I'm not going to be around. We are traveling to Dallas for the 8% insurance conference, and I'll be on a flight when we're scheduled to do our team training. So, I feel like I owe you guys something because last week we didn't do it either. We were here doing our certifications in person. So I didn't want to leave you guys out in the dust. I want to make sure that we're consistent with this stuff, and I don't want to go 2 weeks without giving you guys something, right? So I got two things I want to share with you. So, two things that I experienced myself this week, and maybe it's something that will help you think differently, right? So uh, I had a client call me. She is on a group policy at the moment. It's actually a group policy that I wrote up. She is paying about $2,100 a month for her and her family. It's her husband, and 3 kids. I explained to her what her options are as far as getting insurance, either through the marketplace or some of the alternative short-term medical plans. I explained to her that depending on how much you have to pay for employee only coverage at work, you may not be able to get subsidies through the marketplace. At the end of the day, she wasn't eligible for subsidies through the marketplace, but we still wanted to go ahead and look at some of the plans through the marketplace to see if there was something more affordable. So she's in Indiana, and I forgot the zip code, but I just plugged in like the demographics of her here in Illinois, and it came up to be something similar, right? So, we plugged everything in, and the most affordable plan in our area was right around $1,100. And the plan that we were likely going to recommend for her was going to be like $1,200 a month, right? So we started talking and talking and talking, and then I remembered something. I remembered that when people get insurance through their employer, they are paying for their health insurance with pre-tax dollars. Okay, so let me show you what happened. How we ended up just sticking with what we have, sticking with the $2,200 plan. Okay, so total cost of her insurance through her employer is $2,200. Right? Let me pull out the calculator. $2,200. The group subsidizes $500 of that. Whether it's family or single, the group pays $500. So minus $500. So she's paying about $1,700 out of her payroll check to pay for her family's health insurance. When we look at something on the marketplace that's $1,200, it's kind of a no-brainer. It's like, why don't we drop the group health insurance and get insurance through the marketplace at $1,200? Okay? On the surface, that seems like that's the right move. But remember that the employees are paying their premium with pre-tax dollars. That means that before Uncle Sam takes 30% of their dollar, before Uncle Sam takes 30 cents of their dollar, they're using that dollar to pay for their health insurance, right? So she's using $1,700 pre-tax to pay for her health insurance, right? If we subtract 30% of this, because let's just assume, because if she doesn't get insurance through her employer, they're going to take 30% of that of for every dollar she would have used to pay for her health insurance, and that would leave her 70 cents, right? So let's take 30% off of this and see how much she would have to pay if she was using 70 cents post-tax dollars as opposed to pre-tax dollars, right? So 1,700 times 70%, which is $1,200. So after all the math, after the $500 that is getting subsidized by the employer, after subtracting the pre-tax money that is benefiting us, her premium to be on a marketplace plan would have been right around the same price that she was paying for her, right around the same price that she would have had to pay for a marketplace policy. Does that make sense? Did I say that right? I hope this makes sense. So again, her policy, the cost to have 5 people on the plan is $2,200. The employer is paying $500. She's paying $1,700 with pre-tax money. They usually take 30%. So Uncle Sam usually takes 30% of every dollar, leaving you with 70 cents, right? So let's say she was paying this without pre-tax dollars. How much would she really be spending? Well, let's take 70% of that. She's paying $1,200. So at the end of the day, it was like, it doesn't make any difference to get off of the group policy and go into a new marketplace policy. We're already halfway through the year. She's probably eaten up a little bit of her deductible, or about a lot of her deductible. If she goes into a new marketplace policy, then everything starts at zero, right? So zero, deductibles start fresh, out of pocket start fresh, everything starts fresh. So it doesn't make any sense for her to move from the group health insurance over to a marketplace policy after doing all the math. I hope that all makes sense. If it doesn't, let me know. Again, client says she's paying too much for her group health insurance policy. Is there anything better out there? Usually there is, if you can get some subsidy through the marketplace, but she doesn't qualify for subsidy because what she has to pay for employee-only coverage is less than 10% of the whole household income. So if she was going to go to the marketplace, it'd be full price. Okay, what's full price at the marketplace? About $1,200. Okay, that looks better than what we're paying. Well, let's do the math. $2,200, but the employer is paying $500. Now let's take away 30% because we're paying with pre-tax dollars. What would it be if you weren't using pre-tax dollars? It'd be about $1,200. That doesn't make any sense. If she doesn't go with the health insurance at work, they're going to tax her 30 cents for those dollars she would have used, is leaving her with 70 cents. And she uses those 70 cents to pay for a marketplace policy, which is basically the same thing, $1,200. So again, at the end of the day, we ended up just leaving her on the policy. Okay? I hope this makes sense. If she wants to change into something different, then we'll revisit everything during open enrollment period, November 1st through December 15th. That goes along with the open enrollment period for her job. So we'll revisit everything and figure out if there's something better for her. Okay? So that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about when somebody talks to you about leaving their their group health insurance policy and figuring out if there's something different. Okay? Figure out if there's subsidy. Figure out if they qualify for subsidy. Figure out if the family glitch rule pertains to them. Is employee-only premium less than 10% of their income? If so, then they can't get subsidy. If it's more than 10% of the whole household income, then they can go get subsidy. Okay? Figure out the pre-tax money. How much are they paying for their insurance now? Take 30%. Take 30% off of that, and that's what it really would cost them if they were using post-tax dollars. How does that amount compare to what they have available at the marketplace? Okay, so don't forget about the pre-tax dollars that they're using. That was my point. That's important to know. Okay. The other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is how important it is to have the client in front of you or on the screen or on the phone when you're searching for medications through the marketplace. Okay? It's super important because there can be 5 different metformin options to choose from, 20 different metoprolols to choose from, whether it's succinate or tartrate. It's always good to have the client on the phone, on a screen share, with their medications in front of them so that they can read the bottle off and you can get and you can generate the list accurately on Medicare.gov. Okay. In this particular case, the client had grabbed all their pills and dumped them into like the little containers, like better containers, and fixed up Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all that jazz. So they kind of lost the pill bottles. So there was a medication that was pretty expensive. Let me show you what it was. It's Eliquis. We all probably have encountered that before. Eliquis is not a cheap medication. So let me show you. Let me go Part D. Let's hit apply. Let's hit due page. Here. Yes. And we want to plug in medications, right? Eliquis. So I typed in Eliquis, and my next question was, hey, is it 2.5 or is it 5 milligrams? Okay. And he was like, I don't know. I was like, go get the bottle. This is important. This is an expensive medication. I threw the bottle out. Okay, dang, how are we going to figure this out? Well, here's a trick. He has the pill in front of him. Sometimes it has the dosage on the pill like written on it, right? Sometimes it doesn't. But oftentimes, the dosages will be shaped differently or the color will be differently. So how can you figure out the shape and color of 5 milligram tablet or the shape and color of a 2.5 milligram tablet so that you can figure this out? Well, GoodRx. GoodRx is a great resource. Let's type in Eliquis. And here we go. Eliquis, this is what the 5 milligram tablet looks like. Pinkish, ovalish shape. What if we switch it to 2.5 milligrams? Round, yellow shape. And sure enough, he looked it up. He grabbed his pill and says, it's a pink, ovalish shape. And there you go. So we automatically knew it was a 5 milligram tablet. Okay? Let's try something different. I haven't tried something different, but let's do the metoprolol, right? Metoprolol ER. See what happens here. See all pharmacies nearby. Is there a way we can switch to, let's see, dosage? No. So there is a little bit of a difference, right? So when you switch the milligrams, okay, so you see, it'll show us the shape, right? So if it's a 200 milligram metoprolol, is it oval shape? Does it have a 5, a 6, and a 7? Whatever that means. If it's 100 milligrams, is it round and does it have an M and a 3 on it? If it's 50 milligrams, does it have the numbers 8, 3, 1 on it? And on the other side, does it look like there's a little slit in it or a crack, right? And then let's see, 25 milligrams. Does it have a little slit in the front with a little M and then MT1? So GoodRx is a great resource. If for some reason you need to figure out the exact dosage of the medication, you can go here, figure out the shape and the color, relay that to the client, and you guys can figure it out. Process of elimination or, or whatever. Okay, so this is just a little secret I wanted to give you guys. This is all I have for you. It's not going to be too long. It wasn't too long. I just wanted to give you a little bit of tidbits, right? Think about pre-tax dollars when you're trying to compare group policies versus ACA policies, whether you're doing them a service or a disservice. Like really calculate it, figure it out, and then use GoodRx to figure out shape, color of medications if you ever need to. In my case, I had to because The client threw away the bottles, couldn't remember the milligrams on an expensive medication. And this is important to know, especially because we're at the 11th hour. His Medicare starts August 1st. We're not going to wait for him to get a refill. We had to figure this out now. So I thought GoodRx has pictures of the meds. Let me plug it in and let me figure it out. So I hope this helps, guys. A few of us are going to 8% in Dallas. We're going to hopefully learn a lot of stuff and kind of bring some of the stuff back to us. So if you guys need me, as always, you guys know where to find me. Just go eitagentsupport.com and pick a date and time that works best for you, and I'll be there to help you guys out. Reach out to your leaders if you need immediate assistance. I will not be around next Wednesday either. Believe it or not, we are going to Mexico again because my dad insists to take another vacation, and he's paying the whole thing for us. So this is the one time that me and my wife were going to go solo and not with any kids. So yeah, we have to do it. But maybe I'll have some time next Wednesday to just step away and do the training with you guys at 11 o'clock Wednesday, Central Standard Time, as always, okay? So have a good week, guys, and email me, call me, text me if you need me, okay? Take care. Bye-bye.